feeling born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, beautifuls. This is a... Beautifuls. Wow, it's been so long since I said that. Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Changeling. We're here, hiding in the middle of the woods. Fun. Great. Yay! But well, it was hard to have faith in people willing to stoop to kidnapping. Maybe I could just wait them out. Spencer would give up eventually, but I didn't know if Grant would. And there was a whole bit where being outside wasn't currently especially safe for me. Ugh. I stood up angrily. This was so stupid. I couldn't just sit here playing out every possible scenario. I needed to do something, and hiding wasn't it. I needed to just go back, find my stupid brother and his stupid evil minion, and bang their stupid heads together until they agreed to leave me alone. Was that a cat? Well, I mean, obviously that was a cat. Not just any cat. A very familiar black cat that lightly pranced out of the brush. I froze. Brenna? Glanced around, then peered back around the tree. Still no signs of pursuit for now. I lowered my voice and crouched down. What are you doing here? She let out another meow, turned and hopped back into the ferns. Helping me again? Giving up on the idea of beating anyone's heads together, I scrambled after her. Maybe she was going to lead me somewhere safe. She's done it before. Or to kill me. Brow furrowed, I picked my way through the underbrush. I could catch flashes of her hopping through the ferns and undergrowth. Oh god, excuse me, here and there, but she definitely wasn't stopping to wait for me. So rude. She led me down a short slope covered in a tangle of brambles. I painfully made my way down, wincing as thorns jabbed my legs straight through my jeans. I awkwardly hopped into the clearing at the bottom, struggling to tear my foot away from the vines. Brennan disappeared behind a tree at the other side of the clearing. Wait, jeez! I stumbled around the tree after her. Whoa. As soon as I rounded the side of the tree, Brenna was right there. She grabbed my shoulders and slammed me into it, pinning me there. You're slow. Sorry, I wasn't really prepared for a forest hike. By the way, it's not quite as easy for me to stroll through blackberry vines as it's for you and your slinky little cat body. She smirked slightly at that. Where are you taking me anyway? Here. Why though? Just to here. Brenna, what the hell is that? Brenna shoved something toward me, a small flask with gold liquid sloshing in the bottom. Did she steal that from the chemistry lab? I wouldn't put it past her. What I didn't know was what was in it. Looked a bit suspicious, to be honest. Looks like pineapple juice. Let's chug it. What is this? Something that will resolve your issue. Well, she was technically the person that helped the werewolves in Danny's route to make me drink some concoction to get the changeling out. So, I guess this is how they're gonna do it in this route. What issue specifically is going to be resolved by this? What is it you humans say? Give me a break? You already know the answer, don't you? Why you're sleepwalking, why you hear that voice whispering in your head, why you see that tramp out of the corner of your eyes or lurking in the mirror. Wait, what? How did she even know all that? But I, so wild, you're disgraced with the queer brown face, was never I know but half your child. You know what it means, right? It felt like the air was sucked out of my lungs. Changeling. I breathed the words softly, sudden anxiety churning in my stomach. Brenna tipped her head back. You see, you're not even the least surprised. I mean, I suspected it, but if you knew it all this time, why didn't you say anything? Did I have a reason to? Do you have a reason to know? To now? Brenna smiled slightly, amused by that, but I didn't think she was going to answer somehow. You said this would fix it. I'm not explaining it to you. Humans don't get to know our secrets. But I'm not human. You just said I'm a changeling. That makes me fade, isn't it? You don't know anything about us. Don't think that you understand us just because you read a book or two. Why would you help me? I'm not helping you. You just don't want them to have their way? There is that. But also, for that idiot child as well. He helped me first, and I repay my debts. That child, you're doing this to help Elliot. She shrugged and pushed a potion at me again. I'm not drinking that. Come, just drink it. Smell it and drink it. She may have helped me a few times, but I really didn't trust her as far as I could spit. Besides, I wasn't okay with drinking something without an explanation. What did she mean that I was human? If I was the human half of the Changeling exchange, then there was no reason to help me, was there? And that didn't even make sense because I was still with my family, and the whole point of Changeling was that the human was kidnapped. I could make you take it, you know. You could try. I think I heard voices this way. Oh shoot, Spencer? He followed me after all. He must have just been waiting for Grant to come help him look. And I made quite a lot of noise when following Brenna too. That's my brother. We should get out of here. You should have just taken it when I offered. That would have made this so much less painful. Huh? I didn't have time to dodge. Brenna just threw that stuff in my face. You could just do that? Just throw it on my face? I guess it seeps into my skin. There wasn't much there, but it felt like just about all of it went straight up my nose somehow. Because of course it did. I stood there wheezing and trying to cough the weird taste and smell out so I could decide how mad I was. What is the matter with you? My voice was weirdly hoarse and my throat burned. A wave of dizziness slammed into me, sending me crashing to the ground. It felt like a spark of fire lit in the center of my forehead, then raced through my entire body. I curled into the fetal position and unable to even scream through the intense pain. What? Why? I said I'm solving your problem. Like I said, it would have been best if you let me tell you how to do it, but now, well, look, you'll actually survive. As she crouched next to me, I was dimly aware of someone crawling toward us through the trees. Someone shouted. Brenna hissed and jerked away from me. The last I saw of her was a black cat hopping into the trees. Then the world spun away from me and everything went black. Going feral. Holy shit, who's going feral? Not you, Elliot, right? I flopped against a large tree and let out a long sigh, blowing my bangs out of my eyes. Wait, what chapter is that? 10. Okay. Still no luck. Forget finding my way home. I hadn't found any signs of civilization at all. Not surprising since I had no idea where the heck I even was. I rubbed my forehead, racking my brains to try to remember. You know how I got in the middle of the woods? How long I've been gone? Why the heck my hair was so freaking long? It appeared, however, that my annoyingly selective amnesia was back with vengeance. And why not? The scenario just wasn't complete without it. Wander into the woods, forget everything, because hey, let's make it a little more interesting. It wasn't enough to freak everyone the heck out. Let's throw some amnesia into the mix, because I definitely couldn't be an intrepid heroine. I don't know, it's not heroin, I know that. Without some amnesia, right? Ugh, that said, though, during the last hour or so of me wandering around like a true damsel in distress, I kind of been having, I don't know, ghost memories. I wasn't sure how else to describe them, little wisps of memories that would surface as I tried to work out my situation. I wasn't totally sure, but I was kind of thinking maybe the family had actually moved back to Pine Hollow. I only vaguely remembered it. There were flashes of a room I didn't quite recognize for sure. It would make sense though. This area definitely reminded me of the woods near Pine Hollow, and there weren't any woods near the city. But, damn, how far back did my memories get reset? I couldn't remember much, and I didn't know why so much my memory was messed up this time. I didn't even remember buying the jacket I had on. Holy shit, my brain gone. Completely. I always did have good taste though. This jacket is awesome. If we did move back, does that mean I wandered off right away? When did we move? How did it end up in the woods again? Ugh, damn it! I didn't know any of it, and how was I supposed to get back home when I didn't even know where home was? I'm seriously going to start handcuffing myself to my damn bed. Whoa. I swayed as I was hit by another one of those weird memory things. This one was more powerful than the others, though. It was lurking just at the edge of my mind, and I tried desperately to grasp onto it and remember anything. My bed. I had been trying to not leave my bedroom, right? But why? I stood stock still, trying to rifle through my reticent memories to pull something, anything useful out of them. In my mind's eye, I could see the bedroom. It had my stuff in it, but the configuration was only vaguely familiar. But it was my room in the new house. That's right, we did move. I remembered it clearly now. We moved back to Pine Hollow because of Grandpa. I templed my hands and pressed them to my lips, elated to finally have something to work with. Okay, this was good, if I could just remember more. We moved back and something about not wanting to leave my room. I felt strange, apprehensive, like something bad had happened. Ugh. But not much more than that. I slammed my fist against a tree bark. Ouch! Yeah, I instantly regretted that. Note to self, don't hit trees. I rubbed my knuckles as I looked around. Which way should I even try at this point? There weren't exactly road signs in the middle of the woods. I glanced at the sky, told me what? Nothing that was particularly helpful. I had no idea which way the sun was moving. It felt like it might be early afternoon. If true, it meant I had a lot of daylight ahead of me. I definitely did not want to be out here at night. It was way too dangerous. Not just the bears and coyotes. I also had to worry about I faltered. About something. Oh shit. Wait, is a feral gonna attack me? Because I'm in the woods. A feeling of anxiety settled in the pit of my stomach at that thought. I straightened immediately, suddenly on edge. I definitely shouldn't be out here. It was too dangerous. I didn't know why, but I had to get out of here, now. Still unsure where I should be going, I just struck out in the direction I've been going before. I couldn't stop myself from glancing over my shoulder apprehensively, though I wasn't sure what I expected to be following me. There was a rustle in the brush, but nothing emerged. It was probably a chipmunk, but even so, I picked up the pace, picking through the brush as quickly as I could. I didn't even know where I was heading, maybe further away from civilization rather than toward. How was I even supposed to know? I just wanted to get out of here, find a search party or some sign of people. Surely someone was looking for me by now. I mean, going by past situations, this would put me at the end of a long disappearance, but I was smelling pretty fresh for someone who had been missing for a while, so maybe not. Is this really the time to be smelling myself? Man, I really needed to focus. I could save the analyzing for later. I paused to listen carefully after hearing what sounded like a voice. That was a voice. Someone else was out here looking for me, or not. I needed to try to get to them. Hey! Hey, I'm over here, help! Why the fuck would you do that? I took a step that way, but another sweet memory washed over me. I stopped, bracing myself against a tree until it passed. It was night. I was crouching down, huddled against someone, waiting for someone else to pass by. We were outside, but why would I have been outside at night? Wait, no, I've been doing that. I've gone outside at night several times. That definitely happened, but why? Some kind of sleepwalking. I heard someone crashing through the brush toward me and straightened, putting some more distance between myself and where they were coming from, just in case. Fucking hell! Fucking hell, that's not who I wanted to see. Nope, not at all. Seconds later, a strange man appeared. He spotted me instantly and came my way, but I backed off again, watching him warily. No one else was with him. Not a search party, for sure, but he also didn't seem surprised to see me. What if he was feral? Yet he wasn't at all familiar. Oh, wait, he was. Kind of? Finally tired of running. What? What's that supposed to mean? He raised an eyebrow, studying me quietly. His eyes lingered on my hair briefly before he took another step my way. Okay, creepy guy. Why don't you just come with me? Fuck no. MC doesn't know you, but I do. Because I'm not sure I trust you. He gave me a thin-lipped smile at that. It was a rhetorical question. Wow, no kidding. This guy was definitely acting like he knew me, but something about him put me on edge. He didn't behave like I'd expected of someone who was worried and searching for me. No alerting anyone else. No relief, no questions about where I had been. Something didn't add up. Who are you exactly? That seemed to surprise him. He lifted an eyebrow and took a step toward me, but I edged away, still wanting to keep some distance between us. Maybe if I could make it past him. I mean, surely if I went the direction he'd been coming from, I'd get somewhere eventually. You really expect me to believe you don't remember me? Well, you can believe me or not. I don't really care. No offense. I started to slowly edge past him. He stepped directly in my path, and for a moment we had a bit of a showdown. That said, he really is kind of familiar, but that didn't mean I trusted him at all. At that point came down to two options: run away or try to run past him. And I chose the better part of valor and ran away. Because frankly, if I tried to run past him, he'd just hop over and grab me. Even an idiot could see that. In fact, it was barely a choice anyway. Unfortunately, I didn't get very far running away either. I got maybe 10 feet when he caught up and wrapped both arms around me, lifting me off the ground. Well, holy shit, sir! I let out a shriek, kicking both feet and doing my damnedest to headbutt the jerk. Yeah, not very effective. Let me go! Going to go with no on that one. Put me down! I'd imagine you're going to tire yourself out before I do, and there's no one around to hear you if you keep this up. Might as well give up. Yeah, right! I slammed one heel into his shin. He gasped and jerked back, even though I was able to partially wriggle out of his grasp, but I didn't get far that time either. He yanked me toward him and swung me over his shoulders, starting to limp through the brush. The over-the-shoulder position I was in didn't exactly give me a lot of leverage, but I'd be damned if I was going to go with him without a fight. I drove my elbow toward the back of his head as I yanked on his belt with my other hand. Wow, I'm so, flexy. Damn it! He staggered forward, nearly dropping me on my head, which, well, I guess that was preferable to being kidnapped. He captured my arm and dragged it over his shoulder so he could pin it to the side of my leg and with his other hand. You're making this more of a pain in the ass than it has to be. That's the point, you freaking kidnapper! He staggered through the brush, somehow managing to keep a grip on me. It wasn't long before the trees cleared out and I saw a dusty car parked on the side of an otherwise empty road. And next to the car there was a familiar hunched figure. Spencer? Spencer, help! I don't know why I said it. I regretted the moment the words were out and he didn't move, didn't even look up. He's in on this? You're so dead. Oh, well, fuck. And that was how I ended up in an abandoned building in a ghost town, tied up while my brother and his creepy friend attempted to boil water in an eggshell. For reasons, and they were filming it because clearly they needed video evidence. They were both kidnappers and complete morons. This is insane. They sat me down next to a dusty pillar, and I been trying for the last half hour to get my hands at least slightly loose without them noticing. But that damn Grant person, or whatever his stupid name was, tied knots really well. And at the very least, in spite of the general weirdness of the situation, I'd gathered some information. Wasn't totally sure how useful it was, though. But apparently there were other people out looking for me. I hadn't been gone long, a couple of hours at most, and it seemed like only a few people even knew about it. Mom and Dad weren't among them. I still hadn't quite worked out why I'd gone missing. This is where we're going to stop. Where is my changeling? Did she just like... her soul just came out of my... during my pass out stage? I have no idea. Obviously someone's gonna help me, for sure. Don't know what they're gonna get out of me, because my girl has no memory. And they're not gonna believe me. They're gonna probably think I'm playing stupid, which they currently are. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Love you, love, I miss that. You love it, love, I want that. You touch, you touch, you touch.